and to Ken, and hopefully they'll be looking at some of Philip's art there. Look, and I mean, to look at it, it's just, I asked Philip about this one, you know, and he told me, I said, Philip, how long did it take? About 20 minutes, he said. But it is true, isn't it, Philip? Sorry, €2.50. But no, honestly, I think I've known Philip for many years, and I've always admired his art. Always admired it. I've never, for a long time I didn't have the money to purchase it, but I tell you, and I was talking to Mark earlier on about this, I think the minute you buy your first painting, you get addicted, because after that you'll always want to purchase art. And both in my restaurant and at home, when I go home in the evening time and I sit down when you have a glass of wine and you look into the picture, after the second glass of wine, actually I see lots of different things, you know? But I would say, I mean, it gives me, you know, great satisfaction and great joy when I do look at the paintings. And to Philip especially, I mean, I have some of Philip's art at home and in the restaurant, and the amount of people that come and admire it is just, you know. So look, I really don't have anything much more to say except lovely to see you all here, and I think it's a great credit to both Mark and to Ken to have a gallery like this in Kinsale, yeah? So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to the man himself. For once, I'll step back from being Mr. Kinsale and my new successor for tonight, Mr. Philip Gray.
Martin, thank you very much. Martin is right. I've known him for many years, and I've known him before the main Fishy restaurant opened, and I can honestly say that he's a man that I've admired way back, because he operated his business with incredible passion, and that passion hasn't gone. And this is kind of something that I think is very similar to that of being a visual artist. And in fact, I would dub Martin as an artist himself, because I know I love cooking, but I can't cook, and I'm sure you've seen his series and you've tasted in his restaurant, and if you haven't tasted in his restaurant, shame on you. But it is absolutely incredible. And between the two of them, you know, as a couple, working damn hard, success does not come without a heck of a lot of work. And Martin, you know, we were trying to think of who we could get to kind of open it, and I kind of said, here's a man who has the passion of an artist, and it's wonderful, and congratulations to you for the success that you've had.
Thank you.
A big thank you to Ken and Mark, again, two brothers that successfully kind of work together. Generally, when you have two brothers kind of working together, there's black eyes and kind of things like that. But they have very, very successfully kind of worked together, and I think it is a credit to them in, you know, these kind of difficult times to step out and to open a third gallery. And like you know, Martin has kind of said, you know, in these times you do have to almost try and kind of reinvent and continue to kind of not look at the difficult times, but to look at the times ahead. And I personally think that Kinsale can potentially kind of be their flagship, and I am honoured to be a part of that process from the beginning. So for me, it's a privilege to kind of work with you guys, and I'd like to say a big thank you for allocating such a big space to one artist. That's a big decision, and I don't take it lightly, and I do appreciate it. The Kinsale collection it derived actually from my distributors ultimately kind of in the UK kind of saying to me, I'm doing a lot of paintings based on kind of extreme art, being in extreme locations around the world, and the Kinsale collection is completely the other side of the coin. So it's going from extreme to sublime. It's where I love to be, having a boat in Kinsale and to be able to be on a marina at night time. For those of you that are not seafaring people, it may be a worst nightmare, but it is an incredible peaceful time just to kind of sit on a marina, look at the lights, and that's what I've kind of tried to do with replicating kind of Kinsale. My other seascapes then kind of fit very well with kind of the rest of the Kinsale collection, and we have done them in originals, but we've also done them in limited editions, understanding that kind of within, you know, today's world, and with tourists coming in, tourists will want to kind of go away with a memento, and that would be important. So we have put them into limited editions, and you will see some of the limited editions kind of hanging tonight. So do take a walk around, notice them. And finally, I'd just like to kind of then say a big congratulations to Constance. Constance has worked with me for over 20 years, and she has been my personal assistant, but now I gave her some designs about a year ago, and I said, look, use these designs. These designs I believe combine an awful lot of what I love, and it's all about nature. And in the designs you're going to see materials used that are all elements of nature. They're all hand done, and in order to ensure the product itself, the packaging, the candles are all made in Ireland, but the product is actually made in Indonesia. And Constance had to travel and make sure that the people that were making this were incredibly happy making it, as opposed for it to be kind of like a sweatshop. And this was really important, not only kind of to each individual, but to the ethos of the product. And it's all about kind of homeware, combining limestone, which a lot of the limestone would come from minerals from corals, so we have under the water. We have the copper, which reflects the sun rays, and we have the wood, which is from the moist earth. So we have the sun, we have the earth, and we have under the water combined in all of the materials within the product, and they're situated on the windows, so do have a look at them. They do work well, I think, within a modern environment, and the idea was the Celtic designs are actually rubbings from old Celtic crosses, and the idea was to marry old and new. And I think this is lovely in today's world, that we can appreciate the old and appreciate the new. So just again, I'm just going to say thank you to Jan, my wife, who has been incredibly patient over 30 years, and she has allowed me to be able to follow my dreams to extreme locations. And in September I head to Borneo, to the rainforest, and I'm going to paint with an almost extinct tribe in the rainforest, and we're going to bring a 5-foot by 4-foot canvas. We're going to roll it up, and we're going to make a stretcher out of bamboo, and we're going to set it up in the village, and every person in the village is going to put a mark on. For those of you that were at the Vision Centre, and I see kind of John here somewhere, hands up, John. You there? No, he's downstairs. But we did this in the Vision Centre, and you'll see the limited edition called Together on the way down the stairs. And this is an incredible experience where people put a mark on and then something happens. What's going to happen, I have absolutely no idea. But the idea is all the village are going to do it, and then we're going to bring the painting back, and with the launch of my new rainforest collection, we're going to auction this big painting, and all the proceeds will go to support the rainforest. So, you know, the art can be used in order to help other people, and I think that's a great joy. So thank you all for coming tonight. Really appreciate it. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know whether kind of 20 people, 2 people, 200 people are going to turn up. So thank you so much for making the effort to come. It is truly, truly appreciated. Thank you.